Hello, everyone. Welcome. It's Criminally Stupid, episode 16, the show where you come to laugh at bad people who do dumb stuff online. Primarily, we've been covering internet predators and To Catch a Predator predators since the show's inception, and this week is no different. We promise eventually we'll get to something that's not child molestation related. So that'll come soon. But for right now, this episode, we are talking about a
guilt-free
personality from 8 years ago, I think it was 8 years ago, named Romeo Lacoste. I don't know how many people have heard about him. You've probably never heard about him because you're not like attached. You're not observant to the internet in that capacity, like internet personalities in that capacity. But this was a guy back in the early 2010s up to about 2016 who made his fame by being a tattoo artist. Basically, he would tattoo celebrities and stuff like that.
Oh, so he was like a famous guy?
Well known. Huh. No, he wasn't. Oh, wait, what? He was a famous guy.
Yeah, I'm asking, like, how famous was he? I assume if he's, like, tattooing celebrities, he must have been big.
Yeah, he's big for a YouTube personality or a internet personality. Like, fairly big for... He's not, like... He doesn't break into the realms of, like, actual real-life celebrity. But yeah, he was decently big online. Anyway, before we continue though, show notes in the description. You can have a look at pictures that we laugh at and stuff like that, especially if you're on audio, listening to us on audio platforms. It's a good source, so it'll be in the description. And also, this episode was sponsored by Babbel. Surprisingly, we have a sponsor on Criminally Stupid. So that's huge. Thank you, Babbel, for sponsoring this episode. Hopefully, you
Our
enjoy
first sponsor.
us dunking on Romeo Lacoste and don't get offended. Yeah, please show them love. We'll be talking about them later on in the episode. But for now, we're going to talk about Romeo Lacoste's early life. He was born in Montreal, Quebec on the 19th of January, 1989. He was a normal kid from all that I could read. He had a fairly decent family life, except for the fact that his family was extremely Christian and against him becoming a tattoo artist, which is what he wanted to do from his early beginnings. He always wanted to become a tattoo artist.
Perhaps they were right. Led him down a wrong path.
Yeah, perhaps they knew. Yeah. The world isn't ready for tattoo artist Romeo Lacoste. They knew it would turn him into, a degenerate. So his mother hoped he would become an architect, but no, he wanted to become a tattoo artist. Do you have any tattoos, Kaya? You don't strike me as the kind of person that would.
No.
Do you want one eventually, or...
I respect the kind of tattoos that people get that are sentimental. Like if you get your daughter's name or your,
meaningful.
Like, that sort of stuff. I get it, but also during my lifetime, tattoos kind of became this thing where like you used to be edgy if you had a tattoo, and now everybody and their grandma has one. And I feel like we're gonna, in a few years, see a lot of aged up people with saggy tattoos.
Yeah, my biggest fear about getting a tattoo, I don't have any tattoos. I'm a clean skin. I just made up a like racist sounding term for people without tattoos.
Just say what?
But basically, like, yeah, I don't have any tattoos, and my biggest like fear about tattoos is that like if I get one, then I'll regret it like 2 weeks later. So that's why I've never.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I get something meaningful, and then I don't find meaning in it later.
It's like committing to wearing the same exact shirt for the rest of your life. Like, it's a very big commitment. It's also not that easy to get off once you make that decision.
You can get them off, but yeah, it's like what you got to do, like laser surgery or some shit to get it removed. It's like expensive and time consuming and painful. Nah. At that point, I'll just draw on myself with marker. That'll do. And then I can wash it off when I get bored of it. All right. So naturally, at the age of 17, he purchased a tattoo kit off eBay, and he started by tattooing his own leg in defiance of what his parents wanted. He said, "Fuck you, mum and dad. I'm a 17-year-old man and I'll tattoo myself." He would later remove this tattoo by laser because he was extremely bad at his job, at least initially. And still is, in my opinion. He's not a great tattoo artist. I don't know why he gets so much cred. It's not anything like super special. But yeah, definitely at 17, his first tattoo sucked. So that's cool. At least I can take a bit of happiness out of the fact that he sucks at his job and he sucked at tattooing his own tattoos early on.
Also, that's the tattoo I would keep. That actually has like sentimental value. Oh, look, my very first tattoo, right? Even if it sucks, it almost kind of makes it charming.
Yeah, except if it like really fucking sucks. You don't know how bad it probably sucks.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you tattooed yourself like with a big cock or something stupid, then yeah.
Also, he purchased a tattoo kit off eBay, so it was probably like a really shit tattoo kit that like broke down while he was doing it or some shit. Gave him like lead poisoning.
Like a prison tattoo, yeah.
Yeah. So during these early years, he was basically doing like apprenticeships. I don't know what they're called. He was training at like different tattoo parlors. He would just basically reach out to a bunch of them, like 40 of them over the years, begging to be let in like a wounded puppy. Eventually one of them did let him in, but then they fired him immediately after because he was a weirdo. Or I guess they just didn't like his art. Maybe he really did just suck that bad. And then according to Romeo, in an eventual interview with Tom Ward for Forbes, he was doing... This is quote, I was doing construction and landscaping at the same time. I would do construction from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and then just go to the tattoo shop and intern until 10 or 11 p.m. And I would alternate between that and landscaping. So if what he's saying is true, he was on that grind. He was on the tattoo grind and then he was doing landscaping to make ends meet. 6 hours of sleep probably each night. Doing that.
He was hustling.
I don't know.
I like this build up. Knowing where this is headed, I'm assuming that you're going to tear him down as well. There's going to be a fall for this hardworking young man.
I mean, I've already kind of let my bias in and already been tearing him down for his shitty first tattoo. I'll take any chance I get to rip on Romeo Lacoste. You don't know anything about Romeo Lacoste, right? Nothing.
No. Literally first time I've heard.
This will be very entertaining then. The stuff that he gets into eventually, the things that he says, especially in an interview that he eventually does, is so cartoonishly stupid. I don't think I've ever seen someone so blatantly, outwardly stupid in that capacity. It's great.
Awesome.
All right, so through the 2009 to 2011 era, he spent his time reaching out to various social media influencers and public figures in any way he was able to. He would cold call them basically. He was like a telemarketer, but for tattoos. He would call you up if you had any semblance of fans, and he'd be like, "I could tattoo you real good. Trust me, it's free. You just have to shout me out during the process." Why would you do that? Why would you accept a cold call from a random tattoo artist
I know,
for a free tattoo? You're rich. Plus, you're rich. You can afford good tattoos. I assume.
That's also a good point. But also, hey, I was just calling to ask if you would like a tattoo. No. I wasn't planning on it. What the fuck kind of marketing strategy is this? But somehow it worked, I guess.
Well, that probably shows how many he was like reaching out to as well. That a few, like one or two were enough for him to get his foot in the door. Romeo built the basis of his entire career off scouting out potential clients by taking the Amtrak from San Diego to Los Angeles, which comes in about 190 kilometers of creeping around. And it was there, the City of Angels, that he would look for figures he would recognize as having any form of significant online presence. And this is another quote. I started going on social media. I started, finding people and celebrities with followers and saying, hey, I'll tattoo you for free. Just shout me out. I want to build up my Instagram. When asked where he would tattoo people since he had no parlor himself, he replied that he simply found people's houses and asked to do home jobs. This is another quote. When I found people with big enough followings, this is another quote. When I found people with big enough followings, I would go to their houses. Like literally, I'm just trying to put myself in the position of these influencers. I get a cold call from some tattoo artist and he's like, yo, I'll tattoo you for free. Just let me come to your house. No self-preservation?
No, I guess not. Like if somebody called you today and it was like, hey, Jackson, great fan of the podcast. Can I come to your home? No. Weirdo. Okay.
I've gotten DMs before. I've gotten DMs from people like, hey, I really like the show. Can I send you some stuff? And I don't have a PO box. So I'm like, no thanks. I don't like to give my address out to people, obviously. Meanwhile, these celebrities are like, yeah, come on over, tattoo me, put something permanent on my body with a needle in my home, secluded by privacy.
I know. I mean, I guess they're not that famous, but don't you also have to worry about like stalkers and whatnot? Don't like lunatics regularly break into rich people's homes? Like, Keanu Reeves had a stalker, I think. Like a woman who just would break into his mansion and take a bath in his fucking bathroom and whatnot. That's the sort of stuff I would be worried about, but yeah, I guess he made it work.
as soon as that happens, I would never feel comfortable in my home again. I think if someone like broke in and had a bath in my bath, I don't think I would ever feel like comfortable ever again, knowing that knowing that there was someone in my house without me knowing. Yeah,
very violating.
That's not related to Romeo. I don't know if Romeo took any baths in these celebrities' houses. I think he did. Luckily for these celebrities, he did just go there to tattoo them, which is cool. Keeping in line with his goal of building his social media presence, he would film weird vines out of his car, including classics such as biting his lip and staring at the camera to the soundtrack of 50 Shades of Grey, filming the aftermath of a dog pissing on him, and making sexual comments about women in public. As quoted in this particular Vine compilation, it's just a bunch of like really cringy early Vine videos from Romeo Lacoste.
You kind of just glanced over it, but he had a dog piss on him.
Yeah, so the way it's described there, it kind of sounds like it was a 50 Shades of Grey water sports consensual act between him and a dog. I think it was just a dog pissing on him in like at a beach or something, and then him making a video about it afterwards.
That's not something that happens. Dogs don't just piss on you. Like dogs don't. Well, it does when you're Romeo Lacoste. He's not a fucking fire hydrant. How does that happen? You have to make a dog do that.
I don't know. I don't think that he made it, but potentially maybe. I mean, I wouldn't put it past him either. He is a real weirdo, as we'll get into.
Okay.
So there's a quote here from one of the sexual comments that he made about women in public. It goes, quote, "Goddamn, look at that girl. Baby." So that's a direct quote from him in his Vine compilation about a woman that he saw in public. So he was a very sexual being, a very sexual person.
Likes to catcall.
Yeah, likes to catcall. Do you want to start talking about the celebrity tattoos, the next area?
Sure. What truly began the growth of his channel and his exposure was the young girls he would come to groom. Was the tattooing of YouTubers Kian Lawley and JC Callan. Never heard of them. In the same Tom Ward interview for Forbes, he said, "They hit me up randomly on Twitter. I was like, what are you, YouTubers? What are YouTubers?" I was like, who's this kid with 800,000 followers? His activity was through the roof. I was like, I don't know who he is, but I've got to tattoo him. What? A weird sentence.
He's so hyper-focused on view counts. It's so funny.
So he says he got involved with
stats.
YouTube at the ideal time, and built up an entire social circle of famous kids aged 17 or lower, and he would begin waiting for them to turn 18. Quote, "It's crazy the way things happen. I got involved with the YouTubers at the perfect time. They all started turning 18 at the same time. I started with one and they started telling all their friends. So I became the go-to guy for the YouTubers." Once again, this is like
why would you say that? Why would you say that part? They all started turning 18 at the same time. What does that have to do with anything? You're tattooing people. He's like, yeah, it was all really awesome. I got them at the right time, at the height of their like age. You know, they were right on the cusp. It was great.
Why is like 18
what's that got to do with tattooing?
The ideal age for a tattoo? Yeah, but I mean, I guess what is the law? I guess they can't like consent to it.
Yeah. You just made an actual compelling reason for why he said that. It was because they were getting tattoos at that time because they were finally able to. I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
Still looks bad, in retrospect. In
retrospect, knowing what we know in the future, yeah, it's bad.
My Instagram started going through the roof. Every time I would tattoo one of them, I'd get 10,000 to 20,000 followers. So yeah, worked out for him, I guess, this method of not getting paid. Or getting paid with exposure, actually. Is this the first artist ever who's surviving on exposure?
He literally got paid in exposure. Yeah. I mean, when you think about it, getting paid in exposure in this situation, 20,000 followers, if you keep doing that, you actually can monetize it. So he is getting paid through exposure. It's not the dumbest thing. But
it's not a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea. Yeah, it really isn't. But what is a bad idea is like bragging about it because it just never comes across as good. Like, this is what I did. It just kind of comes across as like really pathetic and like really lame.
Okay, so apparently he was mooching on these children and their fame, climbing up the ladder, just building connections. And It led to him for having an after-hours tattoo session for none other than Ariana Grande as a tattoo from this creep.
Yeah,
that is
not only Ariana Grande. You'll see shortly. Most of Los Angeles has been tattooed by Romeo Lacoste.
Okay, but weird. I've never heard of this guy. So his parlor was not happy with this that he was interning at, I guess, because I don't know. I suppose Ariana was supposed to go through them and pay them, and so they can get their cuts, but they fired him.
Plus, it was after hours.
Yeah, when I tattooed Ariana Grande, they were mad because she was there after hours. They didn't even know who she was. They were just older, grumpy dudes. They actually got mad and told me, quote, "You're not really a good fit for the shop." So they let me go. Yeah, I mean, you still have to follow the laws. You can't just
because he was a rule breaker, young maverick guy. He was out there breaking all the rules. They didn't appreciate that. They had bureaucracy, red tape to stand by. God damn it!
Well, it's not bureaucracy as much. I appreciate a go-getter, but also this is my shop. You can't just like run your own business out of my shop after hours and come and go as you please.
Well, more so you can't just let random people in after hours when no one's there. I mean, yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, there's like liability issues. What the hell am I supposed to do if you give this girl HIV or something with your stupid needle? Okay, well, he didn't let this deter him as he set his eyes on expanding his influence even further, something that was sparked on him by the slogan "No Breaks." He got tattooed on himself. Quote,
God, that's so douchey.
It is. I started realizing that I had something going on here. There was no one tattooing YouTubers. There was no one really known for tattooing celebrities. There was no one out there with personality. I had something that no one else could replicate. I started networking and hitting up YouTubers and rappers. I trade tattoos for promo. Isn't there a whole show on like the Discovery Channel or something about a tattoo shop?
Yeah.
Why is he acting like he discovered tattoos?
Was it Kat Von D or something? There was one like that. There was plenty of people early on who had, reached notoriety for tattooing celebrities and tattooing.
Yeah,
people.
He's acting like, I discovered putting ink in your skin. What? No, you didn't.
Well, no, not only that, he discovered personality. Like, what? How quickly did he come to the understanding that he was like the only person with personality because he could tattoo people?
I had something no one could replicate. Like, really? I mean, it's a tattoo. It's nice if you're good at it, but there's a lot of people who can tattoo. He constantly boasts about how many followers he has on Instagram, flexing it, I guess, and that his personality is unique among the scene, and that's why he succeeds. From 2015 onwards, he would begin to tattoo increasingly high-profile figures. Okay, let's look at this. Justin Bieber. So this is in 2015. Yep. Justin Bieber, Ariana Grande, Kendall Jenner, and then it continues over the years. The Dolan twins. I don't know who Ethan and Grayson Dolan are. PewDiePie. Ty Dolla Sign. DJ Mustard. That's the dumbest fucking artist name. Sophia Richie, James Charles. Other important celebrities included Kendrick Lamar, Pentatonix, the 1975, Marshmello, Kodak Black, Jeffree Star, FaZe Banks, Rice Gum, Jake Paul, KSI, Soulja Boy, Ninja, and Sway Lee. Jesus Christ.
So massive list. See, he was trading promo. He was doing like big names. I mean, 2015 was definitely like a big year for him. Justin Bieber, Ariana Grande, and Kendall Jenner.
Yeah, I mean, holy shit, it actually worked. Imagine just like calling Justin Bieber and pitching him to your stupid fucking tattoo business and he says yes.
Yeah.
That's actually wild.
So weird.
Unfortunately for the kids of LA, his popularity skyrocketed his already inflated ego, and he would begin to add grooming minors to his list of goals. Okay, I'll let you handle
Which brings us to the accusations. But first, a word from Babbel. I want to get that out of the way before we, veer into any dangerous waters, let's say. So we're going to hear from Babbel right now. Learning a new language is one of the most impressive things you can do with your time, but it's hard, that's for sure. That's why Babbel is so awesome. Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons are designed by language experts to help you start speaking a new language in as little as 3 weeks. I've tried it out myself, and I think it's an awesome tool to kind of build those conversational skills that you need when you're traveling to a new country, for example. Like asking where the toilet is or ordering food, for example. Fantastic tool. So with Babbel, you can learn the conversational skills you need to be able to do those things successfully in these new environments. Not only is it super good at what it aims to do, all of Babbel's 14 award-winning language courses are also backed by their 20-day money-back guarantee. So if you're overwhelmed or you cancel your trip to whatever destination you're traveling to, don't worry, Babbel has you covered. On top of that, it's also super affordable, and even more so with our discount deal. Right now, get up to 60% off your Babbel subscription, but only for you guys at babbel.com/criminally. Get up to 60% off at babbel.com/criminally. That's BABBEL.com/criminally. Rules and restrictions may apply. Big thank you to Babbel for sponsoring the show. Never thought Criminally Stupid would get a sponsor at all, so this is amazing. This has blown me away. Please support Babbel as they support the show, because we personally really appreciate what Babbel has done. So thank you to Babbel. Back to the show. And back in. Thank you, Babbel. I've learned a lot from Babbel, new languages, so that's
Gracias.
cool. And now on to the accusations. On March 16th of 2019, a Twitter user by the name of Yellow Chair posted a thread involving several screenshots, videos, and messages from Romeo that painted him as a child predator. In the same thread, another account by the name of Ultra Honey would post notes detailing her previous relationship, Romeo Lacoste, that she had while she was underage. Ultra Honey specifically would go on to be interviewed by none other than Daniel Killer Keemstar. The first account, Yellow Chair, discussed how they had a group chat full of minors that Romeo was involved in, and this is a quote from her. A few years ago, my friends and I made a group chat called Romeo's Fruit Cups. Disgusting. One of the girls and I talked more than the others and realized how Romeo would talk to us. Seemed off. I was 15 and she was 14 at the time.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Like, first of all, it's a red flag. Like, why are you in a group chat with 14-year-olds, bro? It's like one thing if you're in just like a public server, like if you join the Overwatch Discord or something, yeah, there's gonna be kids, but like if you have a specific private group chat with women, kids, it's so weird.
Yeah. Like a bunch of them as well? Like what is he looking for a case? Like that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Like doing it in a group setting.
We really need to play like Criminally Stupid bingo. We need to have bingo cards of these guys every single time they entrust themselves to 14-year-olds. Like, hey kid, can you keep a secret? The answer is no, idiot. It's a child. And one day they are going to blow the fucking whistle on you, you idiot. Hey, kid, don't tell your parents, okay? That doesn't work.
How are the child predators consistently more naive than the children? It's so weird.
Like, how do you get outwitted by literal 14-year-olds? How fucking stupid are you?
Well, it's not even like he was eventually going to blow the lid. He was in a group chat where everyone could see. Like, he was blowing the lid on himself immediately. Anyway. Having a feeling that something was wrong in the way he treated these two girls, they would go on to create a separate account and message him privately outside of the group chat to see how he would react in turn, knowing they were underage but separated from the group. According to Yellowstar, it did not go well. Quote, Romeo knew I was underage, yet talked inappropriate. He wanted me and the girl to make a dirty group chat for him with other people. He asked for my number, and a lot went on there. So, yeah, they made fake account.
Well, what drew my attention here, and this is just generic pedo stuff, but also who has a group chat for sexting? Is that something you do as a group, like a group activity? I want to fuck you and you and you.
But not
that
you.
Seems a little awkward.
You're not involved yet. Yeah, what if you get kicked out from the sexting group chat? How bad would that feel?
The polycule is over. Womp womp.
No, this was he was so egotistical, right? Like he felt that he deserved having these orgies basically with his fans, his underage fans. Romeo started off by questioning who this new account was, as naturally, according to him, he had so many fan accounts dedicated to him that it was very hard to keep up and respond to everyone. Upon confirming that it was a previous young girl who was a member of Romeo's Fruit Cups, it was just still an awful name. That makes my skin crawl every time I read Romeo's Fruit Cups. I don't know if he gave it that name or if they gave it that name, but whoever was in charge of that name is definitely a pedophile.
Just change it too, even if they gave it the name. Like, it's not quite as bad as kittens, like your Discord kittens, but still pretty bad.
It's worse. No, it's worse. Fruit cups are like things that kids drink or eat. Like, it's literally worse.
Yeah, I guess there's that.
Yeah. How did what's his name? Bill Cosby. Did he use fruit cups? Did he like poison fruit cups? Or was it something else?
I think he was just drugging their drinks, I think. How did Bill Cosby is a odd question. It's not exactly difficult. Just knock him out. Not that I endorse it.
Editor gonna have to censor that word, by the way, otherwise we will get knocked.
Oh, sorry. He self-unalived and did a duty with the women.
Yeah, he did a duty. That'll do. That sounds like something Bill Cosby would say.
Man, you're gonna have to censor a lot with a bastard like me on your show. You're set up yourself for a lot of work here. Okay, sorry, continue.
So upon confirming that it was a previous young girl who was a member of Romeo's Fruit Cups, he sends a photo of himself with Mickey Mouse at Disneyland or World to confirm that he is unfortunately the one and only Romeo Lacoste, and that she is special for getting to exclusively talk to him. So they do throughout these allegations, they do provide proof and pictures and stuff like that of the chat logs. It's just that they're cut up, like they're very selective in what they show. But what he says, regardless, is like there's no defense for it, because he says very gross things to people that he knows are underage, so there's no defense.
Okay, do you want to be the little girl or the guy?
Yeah, I'll be the little girl. People love you being the predator for some reason, so we got to keep that going.
Well, I lean into it. I like voice acting.
Yeah. All right. I personally wouldn't like voice acting a child predator, but you do you. So this message says, I'm the young girl, by the way, in talking to Romeo Lacoste, and it looks like Twitter. I think it's Twitter.
Yeah.
I'm still a Romeo account. I never left.
Promise? Oh, heart eyes, heart eyes, heart eyes. Why you have so many accounts, LMAO?
Immediate hard eyes. Bad first impression with someone that's come directly from Romeo's Fruit Cups.
Oh yeah, by the way, these are from 2016. So after he had already tattooed Ariana Grande and Justin Bieber and had a bunch of fame.
Yeah, he was well known at this point. Also, these are very cut up, so it's going to sound disjointed, and that's because it is. So she says, "Oh, sorry, haha, I'll make sure you don't get confused again. It's just these two accounts I have."
You have like 3. Good, I thought I lost you. You're my favorite, remember? I don't DM or reply to anyone else. Hardly. This is was it Austin Jones who kept telling the girls how lucky they were? Yeah, the same fucking tactic. Yeah. It's so douchey. You get to talk to me. Fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah. And she says, "Damn, really?"
Lol, yes. You're my favorite fangirl. I told you. By the way, I hate it when people drop DMs, and I understand why they do it, but you also... So at some point, we're probably going to have an episode on Dr. Disrespect, and people have been leaking some of his conversations that he's had with people. And what always annoys me is that you can like tell that the person always removed their own messages. Like there's always... Not always, but oftentimes there's just context missing. Like, I can see that he's replying to something here, but like what? If you're gonna do this to him anyway, then just give us the context, even if it kind of makes you look bad. Like, if you were underage, it's fine, you know?
Yeah, adults, that's like cringe when they do it, when they're obviously trying to hide that they were consensually doing it, and then they come out after allegations are made and are like, well, actually, here's him sexting with me consensually. Look how weird he is, haha. Like, that's dumb. But like, with kids, when he's like grooming kids, who fucking cares, right? Like, leak those DMs.
I like to have the information. I know you're going to look cringe, but you were a child. That's fine. It's not your fault. You know, you don't have to like delete all of your messages before screenshotting this stuff, because it's like makes it much more difficult to piece together what he was actually trying to say and do.
Yeah, but that's just for our entertainment. It doesn't matter. It still shows that he was like a real creep.
Well, my entertainment comes first, okay? In my Califate, it's part of the Constitution. You have to be entertaining to me. Okay, and then there's a photo of him next to Mickey Mouse.
You sound like Romeo now.
Suspenders.
Yeah, so that photo is from Disney World. That's what he said. It's proof that she is talking to Romeo Lacoste. This will be up on screen, by the way, for audio listeners if you want to go see this one. Well, he's either she's either talking to Romeo Lacoste or she's talking to Mickey Mouse. I'm not sure who's proven who here. Either way, imagine if that was set from Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, you should just frame him. And Mickey is wearing suspenders and big old pants and shoes, and he's wearing a shirt that is much too tight for him. All right.
Hey, you can see his like flabby gut and stuff too. That shirt is like basically naked. You can see his nipples. Yeah. His nipples are pointing through.
Very disrespectful.
He's gonna poke fucking. He's poking Mickey's eyes out right now. So from here on, all the messages begin to quickly become even more creepy as he discusses plans for his upcoming videos and tattoos with the minor, continuing to remind her of the fame and influence he holds, while slowly steering the conversation towards the sexual before he accidentally, quotes, makes a mistake and calls her baby. Immediately after this, he pivots to asking if she was taking dick in a photo she disliked. So let's just read them. All right, you go first.
Okay. You'd like drawing and tattoo videos too?
Hell yeah! You should try it and see how it goes. And if everybody likes it, you should continue doing more once in a while.
I will do it once in a while because it's fun. Nice photo, by the way, baby. By the way, haha. In the GC group chat. Yeah, so immediately calling a kid a baby. I mean, he already did the hard eyes. We already know where his intentions are. And he's talking to her privately. There's no he's 27 at the time, by the way. There's no 27-year-old man who should be talking to anyone underage, even just in like a general kind of conversation way. In private on the internet. No, not at all. It is always weird to me when you see those like it happens a lot on Reddit where like some kid will seek guidance because he's depressed or his parents are abusive or something. And there's always some guy in the comments going like, DM me, I can help you. Like, no, not really. There's absolutely nothing that a grown man like can tell you in private unless they're a very close family member, like your dad or your big brother. That
family, yeah.
Should be like discussed.
Or someone entirely in the public, right?
Yeah, somebody entirely in the public. Like, I don't know about this. Seems kind of sussy, you know, when you tell me, oh, don't tell your parents, by the way. They won't understand.
It's always sus when an adult's like, yeah, let's talk privately, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why? Why do you want to... Also, why do you want to talk to a kid? Like, come on, you can't do anything better with your time?
Again, I've said this before in a previous episode. The maximum that you can tell or talk to a child over the internet is like, thanks, I appreciate the support. Like and subscribe. That's it.
Yeah.
Max. Like, not even necessary. But if you have to, if you feel some guilt for not like reciprocating some support, then that's it. Just be nice and let it go. There's no need for any sort of discussion.
Even if you genuinely have no ulterior motive or like intent to, you know, do anything sexual or anything, it's just a bad idea in general. Regardless, even if you have a completely civil, normal conversation, it just looks weird. Stop talking to kids.
Yeah, it definitely looks weird. All right, we continue.
Right. Oh my god! So this is about the photo that she sent about her. She sent in the group chat that he said looked hot. Oh my god! Shut up, haha! I hate that picture so much, LMAO.
Ha 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 ha! What were you doing? Taking dick?
what?
That's the blue.
I guess I'm assuming like the photo had a like what's the word, the term for when you do like the face where you like eyes go inwards and your tongue comes out?
Oh, a hego. I fucking hate that so much.
Yeah, a hego.
It looks so dumb.
Maybe she was doing like an e-girl pose or something. But he immediately goes, yeah, what were you doing? Taking dick? He immediately turns it sexual, obviously. In the most like slap hazard, no kind of subtlety at all. The subtlety of a tattoo artist, really.
Do you need any tattoos on your butt or breasts by any chance? Well, subtle.
So she goes on to say, I don't know what the context here is. It's basically just a picture of him being weird. She says, LeMayo.
He says, only when daddy hits you up. Actually, that face was funny. It's like you saw a small dick and wasn't impressed. Weren't. Also,
What?
I promise you, when I'm single, you're the first person I hit up. Trust me, haha, you're my favorite. I want it. Wait, was he not even single while he was talking to this girl? What a dickhead.
So from what I remember, he had a long-term relationship at the time. Long-distance relationship at the time with the girl that he is still with as of 2020. I don't know if they're still together now, but they were still together at 2020, 3 years after the allegations dropped.
Oh, well, I guess she's ride or die.
Want me to add you back to the Fruit Cup GC? Well, no, wait. Sorry. The allegations dropped in wait, I'm getting lost now. 2017 or 2020? 2019. All right. So timeline. He did all this in 2017. Mm-hmm. The allegations came out in 2019.
Well, these chats are from 2016 specifically. Like,
all right, 2016. One. 2016. Yes, 2016. The offenses happened. Then 2019, the allegations came out, and that's the last. Like, I don't know if she stayed with him after the allegations came out, but she was with him at the time of the allegations.
By the way, this is why it's not a good idea to like leer on children, because eventually they're gonna grow up and they're gonna have the brain capacity to go, huh? You know, that guy was weird, talking to me all funny. Now in retrospect, maybe I should share those DMs. It's bad for you.
I don't know how how Dr. Disrespect or Romeo Lacoste could have felt at all like safe and comfortable knowing that they had that ticking time bomb waiting for them.
I know, and it's almost just so fucking embarrassing that like you cheated on your fucking wife with like a prostitute. What is wrong with you? And it's not even like, if you leaked my chats from hitting on girls prior in my life, it's like, yeah, it's very cringe, you know. Sexting is just cringe in general.
Sexting in general is cringe, yeah.
Yeah, unless you're like literally in the moment and horny, it is the most embarrassing shit to read. But I don't have to worry that like any child is gonna come out with it, which is just so much more of a horrific secret to have and easily avoidable.
Well, it's true, because once the child predator accusations come out, and we see it time and time again, all the chat logs come out. It's like a deluge of all your sexting escapades, because every person you've ever sexted with will then bring out their conversations that you've had with them, and it's just like a constant inundation of like cringe, even outside of just the kid stuff.
And they always keep every single fucking message that you have ever sent, and people still don't learn. Like, in Disrespect's case, they said the Twitch employee who came out with the news that he was sexting a minor, he said, we could read it in plain text. Like the higher ups. Because yes, you know, the people at Discord can read your messages. How do you not factor this in? How goddamn horny are you? Anyway, he continues. Does that make you happy? Knowing you're the first girl I'd hit up over anyone else? And yeah, accident. I don't know what he's referring to as an accident there.
So she said before that, want me to add you back to the Fruit Cup GC. So I guess that he accidentally left the group chat. So yeah, just typical kind of manipulation, ego, looking to fluff up his ego as well. At this point, Yellow Star says Romeo started to escalate the situation even more and become increasingly sexual and demanding in his requests. He requested the two kids do things together in a sexual group chat. As can be seen in an assortment of text below, he routinely escalates the situation with the young girls to something sexual. And this is where we start getting some really cringe fucking photos of Romeo Lacoste tatted up. So she says, excited to see how your hair turns out and your progress of you working out. And then what follows is a picture of Romeo Lacoste's naked stomach and pecs.
Which is not impressive at all. It's just literally just a dude body. Like, he isn't ripped or anything.
Then there's another photo of him shortly after that in his, chinos and still shirtless. His face is like kind of squinting up, like he's staring directly at the sun with a dumb expression on his face. And she goes, holy fuck. He looks smelly. He looks smelly.
It is so easy to impress a 14-year-old because, like, oh my God, you have like your own apartment? Do you own a car? Oh my God, you're so grown up. And she's just absolutely blown away by this like less than mediocre man sending her a selfie. Because, I don't blame her. For like a little kid, this is probably like super impressive. Like, oh, what a cool guy. He's tattooed and everything. What a rock star.
if it was a kid that was like a legitimate fangirl, let's say, like Justin Bieber was sending them shirtless pictures, they would genuinely feel like the most like unique and special girls alive. They'd be like, oh my god, this is happening to me. It's like if I was a kid and I received like a dick pic from Santa, that would have blown my life. I would have been like, holy fuck, Santa's sending me these nuts. That's crazy. I gotta tell everyone. It's like that same level of impact. And then, like 10 years later, I'd be like, "Wait a second, what does Santa do? That's not right."
I was 14, Santa.
Yeah, I gotta tell someone about this.
I don't think that was Santa at all. I think that was my dad, actually.
Just dressed up as Santa. Santa's been hitting the eggnog a bit too hard this Christmas. But yeah, he looks like stupid douchey.
He sends her the selfie in his pants and shirtless, and he says, "What do you think, smiley face?"
He's so desperate for the approval of a 14-year-old girl. Oh, I was gonna say as well. So I genuinely don't think that these girls were like impressed or anything. I think they were fishing for this kind of stuff, which is totally fine. But the reason I think that is because they made fake accounts to do this. Like they said they realized something was weird in the group chat, and they were like, "Let's make."
They catfished him.
Like, fuck with it.
What a dumb fuck! Well, he actually got outsmarted by a child.
Well, I mean, yeah, he's a predator.
Well, Jesus
it's not
Christ.
hard.
Okay, what do you think, smiley face?
Your hair looks so fucking good. I'm shook. Haha. I mean, it doesn't. Looks normal.
Working on it. Thank you, devil face, devil face, devil face.
Are you even real? Haha.
And then he sends another photo of himself grabbing his bulge, basically. Like, not even very subtly. He's literally just like trying to smush his balls to make it look better in his pants. Yeah, his face isn't even in the photo. It's literally just a photo of him grabbing himself.
We can tell it's him. We can tell it's him because it's the same tattooed body grabbing his bulge.
Clearly, so he sends that photo and he says, "Don't show that to anyone."
Yeah, okay. That's a contract. That's a legally binding contract right there. Don't show that to anyone. Of course they're going to show it to someone.
No. You see, children are very dependable. It's okay. You can trust them with your secrets and your dirtiest kinks. That's very smart. Keep doing it.
Oh my God.
So he says, don't show that to anyone else.
I'm not showing anyone these pictures. My eyes only. You know that this person immediately sent it to everyone they know in private, like 5 minutes later.
Yes,
immediately.
Much deserved.
Yeah, good.
Tell me how you try and be slutty.
Oh, this was the following month. Yeah, so there was a month in between him grabbing his bulge and him. Yeah, in this message. So he says, "Tell me how you try and be slutty," and she says, "Ha, I'm better at showing than telling." Like, yeah, she's playing into it, but she's a kid. You don't do that. You don't even let that happen. You don't talk to these girls in private, Romeo.
Well, it's also how they always map sexual thoughts to like children. It's. I don't know if they don't realize that children are generally just sexless beings most of the time. It's not like, show me how slutty you are. She isn't. She's 14. It's not. It's like when they ask the girl or the decoy on To Catch a Predator, like, have you ever done anal and had group sex? No. She's not a 56-year-old hooker, you lunatic. She hasn't done any of that stuff. She's not slutty.
Well, hopefully she hasn't done any of that stuff.
Yeah, hopefully, but
I mean, okay, even if she was slutty, again, you're a 27-year-old man. Let her be slutty with other 14-year-olds, I guess.
Yeah, right.
Fucking.
Even if she is slutty, it's not for you. It's like, let her just. She has a crush on the boy in class, probably. It's his fucking. He continues. Love that. Love my balls massaged and sucked on. Love my asshole licked. And my favorite is deep throat. Drunk girls always deep throat further. Haha. I'm sure you can and will one day, but I'll like hearing. See if it was me, I'd probably get you a little drunk first. Ooh, that is not gonna play good in a court, by the way.
I mean, neither is the. I would love you to lick my arsehole. quote.
Well, yeah, but that's like,
you know,
having like a embarrassing kink isn't illegal, but I can tell you right now that this might be one of the dumbest, most incriminating things you can possibly text a child is, yeah, I'm going to get you drunk. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I rest my case, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I mean, she was, why would you get her drunk first as well? Like, she was consenting as
also,
you know,
good point. I don't know.
I mean, obviously children can't consent, but you know what I mean.
Like, you want her to be so drunk that she doesn't even notice how small your penis is, maybe. He continued. Jesus Christ, he goes on and on. Yep, I'd have a shot waiting for you when you got here. You can even chase my cum down with another shot. Or I'm freaky. I can't even come in your shot and let you drink both together. I do freaky stuff, haha. Take another shot and I'll go for round 2, haha. Always with the haha. Take another shot and... Oh. By the time you leave, you'll have a tummy full of cum and alcohol.
Oh my god, dude.
That's so fucking cringe and bad. I bet you get super slutty when you're drunk. By the way, all of her messages have been cut out of these and cropped, so I'm just reading his portion here. I assume she's like leaning into it and leading him on for the sake of getting screenshots.
Leading him on? No.
Well, baiting.
Yeah, she's probably playing along, but this is all...
Yes.
He said this. This is all on him.
I know.
There's nothing
absolutely.
anyone could say to me that would cause me to say that.
Yes, I'm not blaming her. I'm just saying it seems intentionally baited and he fell for it. So I'm still mesmerized that this guy like got fooled by a child. He continues with the hi.
I wouldn't even say this to a person my age, like, ever.
Oh, no.
That's so weird.
Haha, true. I'm like the final stage on a video game. Haha. I guess the real test will be with me. There's Big, then there's Romeo Big. I make most guys in porn look small. Haha. I've only ever had one girl deep throat me like nothing, and 2 that got all the way down but struggled. Everyone else could barely get past halfway. You're not down to do it sooner? Or you want to wait till you're 18?
I'm analyzing your face right now. That look of disbelief is what I've experienced as well when I first read these. Like, you put it there in plain text.
What do lawyers actually do?
Said it.
Is that a fair question? Does anybody have like lawyer relatives? What do you even do when criminals are this fucking stupid? Do you just walk into court and like slap the screenshots on the desk and say, "Here you go, Your Honor, case closed"? Like what? Like what?
Yeah.
Anyway, your turn.
I'm struggling with the words as well.
It is so like mind blowing how dumb they are.
Just to go back though, he was bragging about his dick size. Like, that's always a bad idea in general.
Romeo.
You should never do that in general.
I mean, the smart thing is, undersell and overdeliver.
Undersell, overdeliver. Yeah.
You set expectations of porn dick. You better, live up to it, I suppose.
Plus, I don't think anyone really wants Romeo Big either, probably. Whatever that means. So it's not a selling point. Haha! Haha! I am down to do it sooner. You didn't know if you wanted me to wait till I was 13. Oh, sorry. Just didn't know if...
18.
Jesus Christ. Just didn't know if you wanted me to wait till I was 18.
If you had to wait that long, you'd still be down, haha. You don't think you'd be over it by then? Or tired of waiting, haha? Do we know how old the decoy is in this? Is it even a child or a decoy? I can't even tell right now.
No, it is a child. It's a child, but on a fake account. Like, they didn't attach it to their real life identity. They said they were 14 or 15. One of them was 14, one of them was 15. I don't know which one this one was. Because there were two girls.
Well, it says favorites, and I think the 14-year-old was his favorite.
Okay, wait. But he would later claim that she told him that she was 17, turning 18 soon. But I disagree, because he says that if you had to wait that long, you'd still be down. That makes me think that he's like, you want to wait years and you'd still be down?
Yeah. Like, it's actually so weird to ask a child, you're not going to grow out of fangirling for me.
Yeah.
So he continues, but keep everything we talk about between me and you, please. I haven't told anyone that, and I trust you, so don't repeat anything we talk about.
Whoa, you haven't told anyone you're a pedophile? That's crazy. I can't believe it. Can't believe you. You wouldn't divulge that information sooner, Romeo.
Yes, dear 14-year-old, please don't tell anyone I like my asshole licked. So if I told you like pretty soon to come over, how would you get here and how long could you stay? Our parents wouldn't care. Yes, they would care. That's why you're telling her not to tell them. Also, why is it like why is he putting the onus on like the child to set up this meetup, by the way? Like, how would you get here? Would you drive? No! I'm a child, you I don't know. Buy me a ticket, you dumb fuck.
A taxi! Yeah.
So what the fuck is she supposed to do? Call on like United Airlines and I'm gonna use my credit card. Don't worry, Romeo. Fucking moron. Your turn.
A couple of hours, like 4 or 5, probably more.
That's pretty good.
I guess that's about how long you could stay.
No, I assume she's like talking about a drive maybe to LA.
No.
Okay.
No, because he says next.
Oh, okay. He says, that's pretty good. Not bad. We can definitely get a lot done and have some fun. Ugh.
Yeah, so we can get a lot done in 4 to 5 hours. Romeo's efficient, goddammit. He's got a checklist that he needs to go through in that time frame. He needs the cum in the tummies. He needs to show Romeo big. There's a bunch of stuff that he needs to do. He might even tattoo. Yeah, get her wasted. Yeah, he's like 4 or 5 hours. That's enough. That's enough to just douse you in alcohol.
You just know this guy had some sort of an idea of tattooing these girls too. I bet.
Oh yeah. Oh, he would tattoo like his name on them.
Yeah,
I guarantee you he would tattoo his name on them.
Absolutely.
So on the 16th of March, 2019, in the comments below Yellow Star's post, Twitter user Ultra Honey would start a thread detailing everything he did to her during their relationship, which had started when she was 14 and he was 19. So this was a girlfriend that he had earlier on in his life. Do you want to read the
oh my god,
the early chat? What do they call it now? Twitlongers? It's interesting though.
Well, this is just
I would read it.
This is on the Notes app on iPhone, I think.
Yeah.
So who's writing this? Is it the girl?
Yeah, it's the girl that he had an actual relationship with.
Okay. I'm disgusted by these screenshots, but not at all surprised. Romeo Lacoste has always been a pedophile. He was my first long-term boyfriend. We dated for 2+ years when I was 14 to 17. And he was 1922. This was back in Jacksonville, Florida. It was fucking awful, and I didn't date again for 3 to 4 years following that experience. Some things to note.
Okay, real quick. I'm usually a proponent for like a defender almost of like close in age relationships being fine, but 14 and 19 is not a close in age relationship.
No. At 19, I mean, the difference is that it's
at all good.
At 14, you're a kid. At 19, you're no longer a kid. Like a 19-year-old, you're too old for this.
You're independent.
You're a grown man now. Like you can't be hitting on fucking 14-year-olds. That's not. Like 5 years of an age difference is completely fine when you're like 40 and your wife is 36 or something, or 35. But no, not when you're
with that life experience. 100%.
So she's listing all of the stuff here that she remembers. So some things to note. Our first date ended with us in a shitty Volvo in the parking lot at the park. We were kissing and he put his hands down my pants and covered my mouth when I screamed. He said that it's okay, but we're gonna get caught. He was extremely manipulative and mentally emotionally draining. He took advantage of our age difference, used guilt to coerce me into doing things I didn't want to do. He even moved in with me at some point because he convinced me that he had no other option. He lived in my room rent-free for months, and during this time he got his apprenticeship. Who the fuck is letting like a dude move in with their 14-year-old daughter? It's not like she has her own.
I like how she in her ideal world she would be receiving rent from him as well. Like she's a landlord, a 14-year-old landlord. You didn't pay me rent, that bastard.
Like, actually, though, like, where are her parents? Some bum just moves in with my 14-year-old daughter, but I'm acid facing you. Are you insane? No, that's not happening, you fucking pedophile. Sorry, he continued. So he lived rent-free for months, and during this time, he got his apprenticeship, the one he completed before moving to California. I spent a lot of time at that shop. It's where he got 2 tattoos of me. One was a realistic black and white portrait of my face on his right bicep, later covered with an anatomical heart. After we broke up, he got a full body pinup of me on the back of his leg. Quote, because I was an important part of his life that he didn't want to forget.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking weird. When he wasn't living in my room, he would drive on hours across town almost every night to sneak in and have sex with me. I was not a virgin when we met, and he became heavily fixated on that. We argued almost every day because of it. I remember one day he wouldn't stop texting me asking about the dick sizes of the other boys I'd been with, and acted like I'd severely betrayed him when I finally told him he wasn't the biggest. Why? I mean, this is why you don't push your luck. You don't want to ask your ladies like past boyfriends because you're gonna hear stuff that you're not going to like.
Wait, how big was the other dudes then? If
that's
if
true,
he was
yeah.
Romeo big, how big were they?
Yeah, I guess Romeo big isn't very big. I don't know. Maybe there's like Juliet's big that's even bigger.
Oh, man.
When I finally told him he wasn't the biggest, he then took up dick stretching exercises to make his dick bigger. If I told him it was starting to hurt me, he was so obsessed with my sexual history that he was harass me over it for hours at a time, days on end. I felt like I was going to lose my mind. I asked him one night, after he had been guilting and shaming and blaming me for 4 hours, if the only way to make him feel happy was if I built a time machine so I could be a virgin for him. He said yes.
Romeo is so stupid that I actually think that he believed that, like, when she said that, like, time machines existed, and it's like, oh yeah, just build one. That sounds great. Like, he actually thought it was a legitimate thing that could be done. Guaranteed.
This was towards the end of our relationship, and I was so fucking done with this bullshit. I don't even remember my response. Yeah, again, guys, this is why you don't ask. Just, okay, don't tell me. It's fine.
Yeah.
I don't want to know. Okay? Just like I'm not telling you about the girls I've been with. It is information that will just upset you. Let it be. Let it rest. Okay?
Yeah,
and ladies, no guy wants to hear.
Let the past rest.
Unless your like boyfriend has some sort of weird cuckold obsession, he doesn't want to hear about other guys fucking you. Okay? Yeah.
we all have previous sexual histories. It's best to just move on.
Yeah, be an adult. Don't mention it. It's okay. What I don't know cannot hurt me. You don't have to rub it in.
Like, it's kind of funny that he is like legitimately like mentally a 14-year-old though, it seems. Like he's that hyper fixated on these really
imagine being like angry at another 14-year-old for having sex with your girlfriend. Can you even wrap your mind around this? Like, no.
Why I order.
Yeah.
He's gonna go fight them on the play yard.
You have a rivalry with like a little kid's classmates. What the fuck? Okay, sorry. Continuing. He should talk to all of my friends, trying to convince me they were losers and how I shouldn't waste my time with them. I'm still friends with all of them to this day. He wouldn't let me hang out with my guy friends and would always accuse me of sleeping with them when he'd see that I was with them. We always hung out in co-ed groups, just looking for ways to pass the time. All of my friends hated him, and it was so bad that I wouldn't let him come to my 17th birthday party. He would have ruined it. Oof. Damn, he got snubbed.
So lame, so pathetic. Yeah.
I know.
Your underage girlfriend tells you that you can't come to her birthday party. So wait, when she was 17 also, he would have been 22. So 22-year-old man being told by his underage girlfriend, hey, you can't come to my party. You can't come to my birthday
you're
party.
lame. All of my friends think you're a dick for like bullying them essentially and telling me not to hang out with them, which is a red flag, you know. Always is a bad sign when...
to be fair, all of her friends were probably at 17, and they were all starting to wonder why this 22-year-old man was like still hanging out with them.
Yeah, I mean, you know, hey, Jessica was wondering if it isn't a little weird that you're 22. Oh yeah, well, you should stop hanging out with her. Yeah. He was also straight edge and would get so angry with me every time he smelled smoke on me. It was so stressful that I stopped smoking weed and cigarettes with my friends for about a year. Wait, this doesn't track with him wanting to get her drunk. That's not what straight edge people do.
No, this is a different girl. This is earlier in his life, remember?
Oh.
Those messages with about the cum shots with the...
But still, isn't that weird?
The tummy full of cum.
I mean, how do you go from straight edge, I don't like you doing weed, to I want you swallowing my cum with whiskey?
Fame, I guess.
Yeah.
Plus, maybe this was so traumatic for him, he did an entire 180 on his personality and was like, I don't know, maybe that's why he wanted girls to drink. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, hey, stop moving screenshots. Then he was stressing me out so much that I picked it back up, LMAO. I guess he's changed his views on that since he tries to get little girls drunk now. I think that was the only part of those screenshots I found surprising. Fucking loser. Yeah, I mean, fair. He had like one good take, you know, if you're a 14-year-old, if you're a little girl, you shouldn't be smoking. That's actually a good idea, but I guess he rescinded.
Yeah, but he's fucking them. He's fucking them. And that like outweighs smoking.
I know. I'm just saying, like, he was accidentally right about something, and he had to walk it back too.
No, you know for a fact that he didn't actually care about like the morals of smoking or anything. It was a control thing. He didn't want her going out and like having fun and talking to other dudes.
It probably just made him mad that she was getting high with her friends. I told him about something that had happened with Davi Vanity that left me with heavy trauma around oral sex. Huh? Who is it?
Davi Vanity, I think, is another like YouTube predator. I think I remember.
Oh, do all the YouTube predators just go for this girl? So she has trauma from oral sex. He said he believed me for a while, but got impatient and started accusing me of using it as an excuse to avoid giving him head. He made me do it for him and called it therapy. I cried a lot.
Oh my god. You fucking piece of shit. This is to help you.
Yeah, as I'm like mouth pumping you. I'm doing this for you. Do you think I enjoy blowjobs? When we first started dating, he masturbated a lot. He told me it was probably 8 times a day. That weirded me out, so I asked him if he could do that so much. Then he wanted to have sex constantly and made me get on birth control. Then he told my parents that he got me on birth control at my little sister's like 11th birthday. He would do weird shit like lick my feet, which I hated. And one time he peed on me in the shower, which made me really upset because I told him repeatedly that I didn't want him to. He's just like the dog that peed on
maybe
me.
Maybe the dog did pee on him. Maybe he's into that.
I told you. That doesn't just happen. Okay, so the girl's parents knew about this. This is kind of on them too.
Yeah.
Like you're a bad parent.
Oh, sorry. Absolutely. There was yeah, you have a parental responsibility to say to your 14-year-old daughter, yeah, you shouldn't be dating a 19-year-old. And you should also report that 19-year-old to the police as well.
When she says my parents, I assume that there is no father in the picture here. I mean, you know, young kid, does weed, sucks dick a lot, gets in this pedophile fucking circles. Yeah, you need some guidance, bro.
No, I've seen plenty of families over here. I mean, yeah, the father might be absent, but he's still in the picture. Plenty of families where like the girl is dating someone suspiciously older. It actually does happen quite a lot.
I mean, the other issue is that sometimes parents also get washed away by the fame. They're like, oh, I can't believe this famous guy is dating our child. Yes, sir. It's like the Michael Jackson thing, right? Huh?
He wasn't famous at this time.
Okay, well then they're just fucking idiots.
No excuse. He wasn't even famous, goddammit.
He always said how in love with me he was and would talk about getting married from the time I was 15. He got angry when I told him I would want to get tattoos from other artists when I finally got some, because he was bad, which I obviously didn't say to him, but let's be real. He used to have a Jesus chest piece. There was more, but honestly, I think I've tried to black a lot of the details out because this was not a good time in my life. And I honestly feel ashamed and regretful that it happened at all and went on for so long. I've done my best to ignore his social media presence because A, it's obnoxious and cringy and desperate, and B, I just don't like the reminder. But to see that he's been targeting young girls ever since I cut him off is just fucking despicable. Fuck Romeo Lacoste, he's not even good. And then she deleted, is that her account or his?
No, that's his account. So all of this blew up and he deleted his Twitter account. He only deleted his Twitter account, and many people think that it's because when you delete your Twitter account, all the DMs are gone. Like, people can't access the DMs.
That's not how it works, by the way. No.
No, back then it was. Like, you couldn't access your DMs with him.
Huh. Okay, I didn't know that. I mean, usually...
I think Elon Musk changed it recently.
Did he? I know the way Twitter works is that you can only delete messages for yourself, meaning if you delete a message that you sent, it is still available on the person's phone. But yeah, I don't know how it worked back then.
No, so back then, I'm pretty sure if you deleted your entire account back then, it would delete all of your DMs, your messages, all of those. So people, if they had a conversation with you, and you deleted your account, they couldn't access that conversation at all. It wouldn't even let you go into it, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. Do you want to continue?
Okay. Yep. Both accounts propelled the seriousness of the accusations until eventually commentators would begin to investigate this, and the infamously popular Keemstar would start to interview both the victims and the perpetrator. Taking this all to the wider internet, as any guiltless man would do, Romeo deleted his account and agreed to the interview, despite the overwhelmingly convincing evidence against him. So I did write out the excerpts here, but I think we should just watch the clips together. I've clipped the Keemstar interview.
Hello?
Hey, what's up?
First, I want to say, dude, I was just watching your video. You're such an asshole, bro.
Oh, wait, in case you're just on audio listening, this is him calling into Keemstar's Drama Alert show?
Yeah, Drama Alert. Yeah.
Damn, man, like, I just feel like you should, like, you're supposed to be, like, sort of like a neutral kind of a guy who, like...
Well, I mean, that's why...
Why would you think Keemstar's neutral?
That's why I have you on here.
But you're supposed to be reporting facts, not fiction.
No, does he think this is an actual...
And not, like...
It's called Drama Alert.
That's not proven yet, you know? Like, you're supposed to be a news channel where people go to, like, find out, like, cold, hard facts. I mean, there's just so many loopholes as far as, like, stuff that wasn't even, like, fact.
Yep. Again, if you're on audio only, he literally has a bucket of popcorn next to him. It is meant to be eaten as your life falls apart and as people laugh at you. It is not objective.
Oh, wait, so someone in chat... Wait. Someone in chat said this guy sounds like every early 20s guys who dates underage that I've ever heard of, and yeah, he does. He what's the word physiognomy? Well, I can't fucking pronounce it. Where like you can tell things by face structure. This guy's got the voice version of that, where you can tell things based off his voice. It's crazy.
As far as, you know, some of the things that were going around about me. So, I mean, anyways, that's just me kind of like getting into it because I'm literally just like fresh out of watching half of your last video. I do appreciate you giving me credit for being such a boss ass tattoo artist and tattooing everyone and being involved in the circle. So that's kind of cool.
Thank you for complimenting me for being famous, by the way. But also, can you please stop calling me a pedophile? You're supposed to have a journalistic integrity, Keemstar. No. Imagine
coming into Drama Alert, the show based around fucking drama, and acting like Keemstar is meant to be like an impartial, actual journalist, I guess. And also spending the first minute of that time talking about how thankful you are to Keemstar for complimenting your work,
recognizing your fame. Yeah. Also, I mean, look, a lot of people hate Keemstar, but you have to credit where credit is due. The guy doesn't lie about what he does. Like, yeah, I'm here to make fun of you and to milk the disaster that is your life for views. That's it. He isn't pretending to be a fucking CNN journalist. Like, if you're calling into the show, you are going to. Has he?
He has in the past pretended that Drama Alert is like an actual journalistic entity.
Well, okay, then I take that back.
So that's always been pretty lame.
Okay, I'm wrong then. Sorry. Clip
Like,
2.
you're not. Mm-hmm.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Romeo on the line. Romeo, you have some serious allegations against you. Are you guilty of these things?
I cut that one.
I like that. It's always surprising. Like,
if your answer is then
I know.
you're not in the right.
The thing that always befuddles me is like, can you not afford an attorney? They're not that expensive. Like, I know attorneys are known to be vampires, but like, spend the $500 and ask them, hey, is this a good idea? Should I go on this guy's show and like confess everything? You need to be told, nah, do not do that. Do not go on Twitter and say that you were sexting a minor.
Was there anyone at all in your life that you were actually talking to? Anyone? I get like being in the thick of it, you're probably like overwhelmed and your mind's racing a million miles a minute. But like talk to anyone and they'd tell you this is an awful idea if you're trying to defend yourself.
That I get. Yes, being so. Like,
are you guilty? Are you guilty for this? And then saying, like, dude.
My wife will literally routinely message me when she's listening to the podcast or something like, Kaya, cut it out. Cut the mic. Stop. Yep. Don't go down that route. You're going to get so much fucking hate. Do you not have anybody in your life telling you, yeah, maybe don't call into that show and confess to fucking minors?
You need someone like that in your life. You need someone to rein you in.
You do, yeah.
Like someone
designated driver. For when you are not inebriated necessarily, but when you are not in the right mindset to be judging the situation correctly because you're too close. Yeah, you need somebody to tell you, not a good idea. Don't confess. Okay, clip 3.
I want to say that some are real and some are fabricated. So I think that the situation is out to make it look a lot worse than it really is.
You know that Keemstar is an objective journalist because he put like action music under this fucking clip to drive up the drama, by the way.
And I feel in today's social media and day and age with, Photoshop and, having multiple accounts and different kind of things, it's like really easy to sort of manipulate situations. And
so he's denying, like he's saying that all of the screenshots are fake?
Make things
we'll
work.
See what his,
make things look
allegations come to.
A lot worse than they really are.
Well, were you sexting with 14 and 15-year-old girls?
Well, here's the thing. So
just say no. If it's no, just say no. Well, here's the thing.
Yeah, haha. It's always, they're so fucking bad at hiding anything.
It's just
fortunate for us.
So the chat said it's just a yes or no question. There's no way you should be like, well, here's the thing.
Context.
I don't think that people really understand. Like, it's easy for someone to be on the other side of the keyboard and they want to be involved in something that they think is, very gallant and they're doing like, they're involved for something for the greater good by like calling someone out. But I just feel like when you don't know all the facts and people are kind of banding together and attacking someone.
What facts are we missing?
Well, first of all, I deleted my Twitter because of the immense amount of hate I was getting. And like I said, most people didn't know the full situation.
What?
So wait, right there. He's using. So people were saying that he deleted his Twitter account, to hide the conversations with other people because then they wouldn't be able to access it. And then he's like, "Well, no, actually, see, this is why the whole situation's all fucked up. People don't know anything. I actually deleted my account because I was just getting hate." Like that's his entire argument there, which is like such a. We're talking about you fucking kids, basically. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Talk about that. Give us evidence that you didn't do that shit. But no, he immediately goes into like, well, actually, we're wrong about this tangential thing that doesn't have any kind of impact on the actual accusation.
Well, it's that, and also that he's just not smart enough to pull off this defense. Like he is trying to say, oh, it's all fake, it's Photoshop. But he isn't quite smart enough or high IQ enough to pull it off and go through with it. So he just also, at the same time, he admits it. He's like, well, you know, a lot of Photoshop, and yeah, okay, I did it. Well, I mean, if you're gonna deny it, deny it.
He says he did it, and some of it is real. But then he also is trying to get the Photoshop defense, because he says that the conversations were like cut. So it's not that they didn't happen. It's just that someone like snipped out, you know, like photoshopped the pictures to be like out of
I mean, that's not a good defense.
Even though he's still talking, the messages that he sends are still bad. Like, it doesn't matter what order they were in, really.
Yeah, no,
they were still bad.
Also, I don't care what a 14-year-old says to you. I don't care. That doesn't, like I said before, right? The only reason I want to see what she said to you is for my personal entertainment, but it doesn't actually matter. It's not actually like important. I don't care if she was asking for it. You're the adult here. It's your job.
There's no amount of context. There's no amount of context that it was cut out that would have made it better for him anyway. Like,
that reminds me of like whenever some female school teacher gets caught like fucking the students. And people are always like high-fiving in the comments going, oh, good for him. Haha, she saw it. And, oh, what's the big deal? He's not going to be harmed. You know, he probably liked it. It's like, yeah, it's a 14-year-old boy. Of course who gives a shit what he likes? He's like, yeah, he probably wants to do heroin too. It's irrelevant to me what he likes. You are the adult. It is your job to keep it in your pants. People don't send their kids to school for you to molest them. I don't care what the 14-year-old told you. I don't care if she literally told you molest me. It's irrelevant. She's a fucking child.
Begging,
I don't give a fuck.
If she was begging for it. Which again, like, they were
doesn't matter at all.
Like, they were giving him attention, and they were probably leading him, like, not leading him on, but like encouraging it to some degree, like, you know, saying he's hot and stuff like that. Not that any kid encourages this kind of thing, because it's the adult's responsibility to be like, no way, no. You shouldn't even be attracted to children anyway. Like, come on. The fact that you're,
it's kind of a moot point.
The fact that you're playing into it at all, even messaging back. But still, he says, you want to wait till you're 18. Like, come on. And he's a 27-year-old man at this time, remember?
His only worry was that she might grow out of liking him too. Okay, we continue with clip 5.
Why didn't you defend yourself on Twitter? Why didn't you put out a defense saying, hey, this is wrong, here's the full situation?
I mean, honestly, like, I could not even get a breath out on Twitter. Like, as my Twitter started blowing up, my girlfriend started getting hate mail, my brother, every one of my family members, like, stuff started going viral.
Yeah, but I mean, if you were innocent, why didn't you just put out a tweet saying, hey, this isn't true, you know, we're looking into it.
He could even say to you, Keemstar, he said like 3 times.
I mean, first of all, did you send these messages to these girls, 14 and 15? Were you sexting with them?
So here's one of the big loopholes.
Oh my god, dude! He can't say it every single time. Just yes or no.
It's like, by the time you're this committed, look, you've committed a crime. Probably, I don't know if it's a crime actually, but point is, if you're gonna deny it again. It's why are you so fucking bad at just saying nuh-uh? It's not that difficult.
I mean, solicitation, that should be illegal, right? He was asking to meet up.
Yeah, true. I don't know. Did he ever get in trouble with the law?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
nothing.
I don't know. I don't know what the situation is with the age of consent in California and whatnot. But he also mentions his brother and girlfriend. Like, did they not tell you? Does your brother not have your phone number to call you and tell you that this is a very bad idea, what you're doing right now? And Keemstar here is...
He's seen like the messages and all the stuff that's going on, but
he knows he got to school.
I've been accused of shit like this before, and there's
a reason.
You know, there's like no proof that any of these girls were that age. It's just more like there's sort of like these fake accounts.
They just said they were that age.
Well, here's the thing. In the conversation that you had
that's
with
not proof.
The alleged girls, there's a part where you say...
I mean, what is she supposed to do? Send you her ID? If somebody messages you and says, hey, by the way, I'm 14. Yeah, okay, I believe you. Bye. It's not so fucking difficult. Oh, no. Hey, I'm a child, by the way. Oh, yeah? Can you prove it? How?
Show me your library card.
You know, are you willing to do it before you turn 18?
Yes, so let me address that. So that I'm not gonna deny that was real, but here's the here's
Okay, so he says, I'm not gonna deny that. By the way, on screen they have the Keemstar showing the screenshot of him saying, "Do you want to wait until you're 18?"
that was real, but here's the here's the big loop about it. Here's the big sort
M. Night
of like
Shyamalan twist.
You know, fabrication, smoke and mirrors or whatever that everyone's not getting to see is that, you know, a lot of these girls. I'll just make a quick backtrack. I'll keep it really short.
Spoiler alert, he does not keep it short.
No, he waffles on forever.
This happened in 2016.
Here's his point.
3 years ago, I was in a completely different time of my life. I was new to like social media. I was new to like the fame. I was new to people giving me attention on social media and sort of like girls being flirty and throwing themselves at me. And honestly, like I didn't really understand the whole like Twitter community where people have all these like fake accounts, these fan accounts, these sort of like impersonation accounts where they lie about their age and they do this and they do that. So, you know, I'm over here just minding my own business. You know, girls are throwing themselves at me. You know, some of these girls, the one in particular that we're referring to, told me that she was almost 18 years old, which I understand is not, you know, that does not make the situation much better. But there's no way in hell, like, I'm so against, you know, people who are creepy and pedophiles and stuff like that. Like, I would never,
Bro,
ever,
you said
ever,
I would have put
like,
your stomach full of cum and shots. You are the creepiest person.
You were
ever.
literally.
What do you mean?
He was literally asking her if her parents know and if they're cool with her coming over and getting her fucking tummy pumped with cum and whiskey. I was like, no.
I don't believe that he. I think that he knew she was like 15 or whatever, like younger.
No, I mean, she
turning 18.
There's literally texts of him saying, "Hey, the 14-year-old is my favorite." She wasn't barely legal or whatever the hell he's trying to play it off as now.
Someone telling me that they were almost 18 was like the hard limit, you know, and
the hard limit. I have morals.
That's the law, you fucking idiot. Yeah. I'll go as low as legally possible. I mean, that's illegal. It's still illegal. We crossed the line.
I don't even care about illegal. It's still immoral.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Don't try to fuck 17-year-olds. But I don't give a shit how old she is. If she's not a proper adult, he continues.
You know, girls, I feel like, you know, the thing that you don't see, and I'm sure that a lot of people, if you actually look online, a lot of people are confirming this. A lot of the stuff is Photoshop. Like, yes, some of it is true, but they're rearranging the conversation to make it look like I was sort of like reaching out to these underage girls, which in actuality, these girls came on to me first.
Yeah, they're fangirls.
Yeah, but again, it's so weird that I find myself on the side of Keemstar, but he's like just sitting there listening patiently to this idiot torch himself. It's like, yeah, they're fangirls, you retard. Oh, this 15-year-old was into me. Yeah. It's your job not to be into her.
His entire defense is, yeah, you see, it's photoshopped and rearranged because they actually wanted it first. Like, what? It doesn't matter.
It's literally just she asked for it. Like, she asked for it. I don't care.
I wondered, does Romeo Lacoste legitimately think maybe that pedophilia is okay if the girl wants it? Like, is that his entire defense?
He genuinely seems so full of himself, though. Like, look, man, I was so famous and all these girls were hitting me up. And okay, maybe some of them were children, but like, what was I supposed to do? Say no. That's it. It's very easy.
Fuck any of the overage fans of yours, fangirls, like that.
That always, like, yeah, that gets to me too. Like, don't you have 18-year-old fans, 19-year-old fans? Why does it have to be the 14-year-old kid?
Because they're attracted to kids, because they're pedophiles. Like, literally, if you're doing that, you're straight up attracted to kids or the control over them.
Yeah, I think it is a control thing.
Saying that there's some, I understand that there's parts of these DM conversations that have been taken away, but are you suggesting that there was stuff added? Because I don't really think that's the case.
No, I'm not
Like
saying there were
Photoshopped
things
it, he's saying.
added. Like,
So
I'm, you know,
everything we read on the Drumler before was correct. It just
well,
wasn't in order, is what you're saying,
look,
because some stuff has been taken out.
I'm a human being. You know, everyone's got like a sexual side. You know, like I'm not ashamed for some of the sexual things that I'm into and the things that I said in the videos. Like, I mean, in the comments.
Right.
My problem, you know, and I'm sure a lot of people will agree with that. Like, it's all good and fun for people to make fun of and say, oh, you know, you might be part gay and this and that, and I got all these different.
Where did that come from?
No, because you like his asshole licked or something.
That's so random.
So
like,
he
oh, you're
came
just
on-
being homophobic. Wait, what?
He came on. No, he's homophobic. He came on Drama Alert, and his main impetus was to defend his own like straightness. He's like, "No, I'm not gay. I swear." Like, you're being called a pedophile. That's
It's
way more important than the whole gay thing.
Who was it? Kevin Spacey, where he got accused of basically taking advantage of like young actors or something, and he came out saying, "Yes, what you heard is true. I am gay. I'm sorry, I'm being judged for this." Like that's not the issue. Nobody is judging you because you like your ass eaten. It's not my cup of tea. But like the issue is that you're texting this to a 14-year-old.
No, it's the opposite. It's the opposite of the Kevin Spacey incident, because he's not saying that he is gay and using that as a defense. He's come here to defend the fact that he's not gay. He's like, that's the most important thing to him, is him coming out here and being like, no, let me set the record straight. I'm not gay. In a way, that's like, he's the homophobe. He's so scared of being called gay that he's putting that over like the label pedophile in terms of what he should be defending at this point in time.
Or whatever now, but like it's almost turned like into kind of more of a joke. But the point I'm trying to make is that wasn't really the problem.
He's rambling.
The problem is
He's
like,
on tilt, by the way. Sorry.
Yeah. I basically agreed with you. I said he's rambling so much, so I had to cut out a lot.
No, it's okay. I am enjoying this.
I had a personal conversation with someone who I was under the impression was literally close to being 18, and I did not have any kind of physical communication.
Motherfucker, you were uninvited from her birthday party. You knew exactly how old she is. She told you not to come.
That's a different girl. He's talking about the one.
Okay,
on
well,
Twitter
in
right
general, nonetheless, right? I mean, he talked to all of them.
No, he's got a repeated history. He has a repeated history of doing this. And also, again, it doesn't matter that she was almost 18. You're 27.
Yeah. Take responsibility. It's up to you. I don't care what the kids said.
And I don't want to just like try to defend myself, but I almost feel like I was taken advantage of in a sense, because it's like I didn't have a whole lot of followers. They, you know, reached out to me saying sexual stuff. They lied about.
But the thing is like,
he almost makes it sound like he's the victim. Like, yeah, this child took advantage of me.
That's what he's literally. Go back, replay it. That's exactly what he says.
Sense, because it's like I didn't have a whole lot of followers. They, you know, reached out to me saying sexual stuff. They lied about.
But the thing is like at the time you were like 27 or 28 years old. All right,
in his eyes.
If this girl says I'm almost 18, and you know she's not telling you that she's legal, and you pursue her sexually, you're in the wrong. I mean, you're the adult. You're the adult.
Thank you.
Man. You know, and
I mean, it's common logic. This isn't props to Keemstar. It's more of an indictment on Romeo Lacoste. He doesn't know that
fucking logic, and you couldn't think of this. You really came on this show saying, "Yeah, well, I mean, the 17-year-old hit on me first. What was I supposed to do?"
And now they're coming out.
See, the conversations were all photoshopped because, you know, in what's shown, it looks like I was the one instigating stuff, when in actuality, she was the one instigating. She's underage, you fucking retard. Like, what do you mean?
Sending girls photos of his bulge.
They were 15 to 14 at the time. Bro.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. But I also feel like you're absolutely right. Like, all I want to say to defend myself is this. Look, you kind of know me a little bit. The face guys knows me. And I'm not just trying to throw people under the bus. I am very well respected in this community. I've tattooed every YouTuber from across the fucking map, all the way to, you know, Kodak Black, rappers.
That's true.
World.
That's true.
And I have I've had my tattoo shop for 4 years. I have never had a single complaint of
what does
any
this have
girl
to do with
whatsoever.
anything?
I am literally the most careful person.
You
to
admitted
give
these
girls
pictures
the
are real.
utmost respect for their
Chat
dignity,
says,
their
"Who
sexuality,
cares?"
and their, just their body.
No,
And-
I
Wait,
listen.
what did you say about their
No, no, no,
On all accounts, you're a
Yeah.
nice dude, and like
No, let me finish.
on
Their utmost respect for their dignity, their sexuality, and their, just their body.
no,
And-
I listen.
No,
On
no, no,
all
Wait,
on
he's
all
thankful
accounts,
for their bodies?
you're a nice
He's
dude,
respectful
and
to their
like
bodies?
let me finish. All I'm saying is that
I like how Keem starts
Some of this
complimenting
stuff,
him there
in
and
my
agreeing
opinion-
with him, and he's like, "No, shut the fuck up. Let me."
Yeah, let me get through this, Keemstar. I haven't incriminated myself
Yeah.
enough yet. Shut up.
Yeah,
doesn't make sense. Like,
don't help me.
you guys are comparing, like stuff from 2016 is surfacing now. Like, how many of you guys were different 3 years ago? Not saying that, like, obviously,
Dude,
not everyone
oh
was.
my god, you were still 27. He was
I-
27.
It
Or
was
20,
2016 is
whatever.
not an excuse. Also,
Yeah,
like
3 years.
oh,
Is not, like
it was a different time, man. No, not really.
3 years ago. That's not that long in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah. We're not talking about you like committing war crimes in Vietnam. You just did this basically yesterday.
A night and day difference. But
Right.
I know for me, I was in a completely different world 3 days ago, and 3 years ago.
Oh, it
I was in a
literally
completely
said
different
6
mind state,
days
you know?
ago.
I get that. I totally understand that. But we're talking about like child predator. Like, I mean, targeting young girls. Another girl came out and said that she's
Wait, so
known you.
he's basically like his defense there. His defense there is, well, yeah, 3 years ago I was a pedophile, but right now I'm not. Like, so he's still admitting that he was a pedophile back
Yeah,
then.
and the space that my mind was in, I was really different. I wasn't as famous as I am now, but I mean, can you really blame little girls for reaching out to me? And what was I supposed to do?
all the way back to the MySpace days. Another girl that we interviewed here on Drama Alert, who's friends with Luna, she wanted to remain anonymous. Your ex-girlfriend from 10 years ago said that you were 19 or
That's exactly what it is.
said
She wants to. Can I say her name? Because if she wants to go on here and put me on blast, she might as well.
I mean, I can't stop you from saying her name, but
Okay, yeah, Lindsay Montiero. I friends with Luna. I dated.
You could stop him
Straight
from
up
saying
doxes
her
her.
name. Yeah,
Yeah, he
it is so
Keemstar
pointless.
loved that.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Again,
this just
it-
makes Romeo look even worse. Like, this woman wanted to stay anonymous, and then he's like, "No, I won't allow it. This is her name. This is who I victimized. I want everyone to know." Like, you could have at least, like, the optics on that, just generally bad.
And once again, this is how you know that Keemstar is not a fucking journalist. Like, he's just a shit
Yeah.
stirrer. Oh, yes, yeah, please go call her out, and then I'll call her in her fucking white trash trailer and have her say shit about you too.
Her back when I was like 19 years old.
and
18.
she was 14, right?
I don't believe that she was 14 at all. I
Oh,
know
actually, I take that back. I remember her saying that she may have been 15.
I think she might have been late 15, possibly. This is me being extreme. She may have been late 15. I remember her being more like 17. But
Of course, the classic
Fucking-
defense. She was actually 17. Wait, Kaya.
Yeah.
Think about this. You know your girlfriend's, your wife's age, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know my
Yes.
wife's age. My girlfriend's age. He doesn't know the age of his girlfriend that he was with for like 4 years.
Well, also, even the age that he's guessing, she could have been late 15. Yeah, cut contact.
Well, no, but my point is, like, he definitely knows her age. You don't forget something like
Oh,
that.
yeah,
You know
I mean,
the age
the
of
way
the
he says-
woman you've been with for 4 years. So he's clearly lying here. In which case, him saying, "Well, I think she was close to 17." Nah, she was 14 or 15.
Well, also him just saying the whole argument from the ground up is so ridiculous. Oh, she told me she was a child, but I don't know if I believe that. Why? How many women
were
just
with
go
her
on the
for 4
internet and
years.
lie about being a child? What for? Why would she lie? The girl that you've been, I assume this is the one he's been having sex with, right? So-
Yeah, this was the one that he was with for 4 years. They're talking about the one. that
yeah,
he
okay,
lived in
so
the room of
yeah,
and
you know her
didn't pay
fucking
rent for.
age. It's not like a mystery. Oh,
you were with her for 4 years. Plus 14-year-olds look 14.
Yeah.
You can usually tell their age.
But I dated her for about 3 years. I lived in her house. I moved in with her house. Her parents were completely cool with it. We slept in completely separate bedrooms.
Yeah,
she said you peed on her.
I don't remember that.
And it traumatized her. Like,
I don't remember that.
Really? It traumatized her?
That's what she said.
Let me say this because I don't
Look, see the mask clip there? Go back.
Sorry.
Watch the mask clip. So when he pause it, when Keemstar is like, she said that it traumatized her. It's like he was offended that she found the act traumatizing, not that it existed or didn't exist or happened or didn't happen. It's like, really, it traumatized her. That lying bitch, she loved it.
Let's replay.
It was like that kind of,
and it traumatized her, like in a.
Really, it traumatized her.
See, like really, I thought she liked it. It's
So
that kind of like
dumb.
take, not that it happened or didn't happen. It's that like what she liked it. Come on,
Good
Keem.
catch.
Let me say this because I
Damn,
don't feel
he's
like I'm getting a
dumb.
chance to defend myself. As far as
I know. I told
as far
you.
as Lindsay,
I told you.
my ex-girlfriend, she had told me that before I dated her, she had dated guys that were older than me.
How is that a defense?
Yeah.
She dated guys
Well,
older than me. I was actually the youngest of her boyfriends at 19, and she was 14.
It's okay because she was molested before.
did my best
Yeah,
to
it was
treat
my
her,
turn.
with respect, and I really liked her. I
You
treated
pissed on
her like
her.
a princess. I moved in with her family. I got in really close with her family.
I mean, she said you peed on her.
Okay, but where's the proof?
At the end of the day,
Yeah, show me the urine. show me the piss. It was photoshopped.
Pro tip, that should have been your
fuck, I
first
think I'm
and
peeking.
only sentence. Where's the proof? Okay, can't prove it. Leave me alone. All denied. Lie. Leave me alone.
Yeah, but okay.
And then
This doesn't work anymore, though. This doesn't work anymore because he showed a repeated history of really fucking weird shit. Like, he's confirmed all the other stuff. So immediately, I don't need proof of the piss thing happening anymore.
the repeated history, and also, you kind of said you did, and you're angry at her for not liking it.
Yeah. Really? Traumatized her? Yeah, I was just saying, like, he goes, really? It traumatized her?
Just because I pissed on her face? Ugh, God, what a prude.
over the top, inappropriate conversation between you and underage girls in 2016.
You're right. Let me ask you this. Where is the cold hard proof? Because I'm agreeing I'm admitting that some of that stuff, yes, it's real, but I feel like a lot of it is being fabricated.
It's too late to make this argument. You were supposed to make this argument like 15 clips ago. You've already confirmed it. You can't go by this angle anymore. You can't say, oh, well, fake.
I don't think he knows what fabricated means because he's consistently confirmed that nothing was added or altered, just that it was changed the order of. That's not fabrication.
And she asked for it. Don't forget.
Photoshop and twisted.
Really, she's the predator.
Wait.
To make it look like they're not flirting with me. They didn't reach out to me.
They literally were in charge of your fan club. So everybody gives you that credit, but you're the adult. If you start telling these fangirls who are underage that you want them to lick your asshole and you want them to come in a shot and have them drink, bro, that's fucked up, dude. That's like that's a crime, bro.
Look, Keem, all I can say is that I personally feel like I thought I did my best. Okay, I thought I was educated by the situation. I feel like I wasn't fully aware of the situation. I understand it doesn't make an excuse. This is 2016. I was new to fame.
3 years ago.
It was a completely different scenario for me. Now, I literally have not been on my phone DMing people for 3 fucking years. Like, I don't even get on my phone.
That's a record for Romeo.
How people on the internet are.
Yeah.
I understand.
He's in a long-term relationship, by the way.
It is gross. It is fucked up. I mean, if people want to do that between consensual people, shit, everyone's got a freaky side. You know what I mean? It's just like
This is defense.
Yes,
Adults.
everybody has a freaky side. That's not the point. Again, it does not go back to I want my asshole licked. Sure, fine, whatever.
Yeah, it genuinely sounds like he's more afraid of being known as gay or like kinky than he is like of being a fucking pedophile. That's what he's focused on.
Oh no, Keemstar, no, a tongue in my butthole? No, you know, everybody has a freaky side. Please don't judge me. Not the point. Okay, do that with an adult woman. It's fine. Have a 27-year-old girl's tongue in your ass. It's fine.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. It's okay. Do it. It's fine.
I totally agree with you, bro. I totally agree with you. I am all for this, bro. Like, I really, 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 like, you can ask any customer who's ever came into my shop for the last 4 years. I treat them all with the utmost respect. I've never flirted with them.
No, but
we know you're not fucking your customers.
It's not about that. It's about what's It's not about what's here. If I could talk real quick, it's
there, bro. I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
It's not about what's happening in
such
the
a
public.
fucking prick.
Listen, I have sisters. I know exactly what you mean. They mean the world to me. I would never disrespect my sisters, or I feel like when I look at them, like I could never understand a girl that age being disrespected. But at the same time, all I'm saying is I feel like the situation is not portraying the whole story.
It was actually way worse than what they presented. Yeah, I mean, gross. But also, he's again. Another one of his main defenses is, well, actually, people I tattoo like me. Like, what does that have to do with anything?
I know. Like, well, okay, but I'm a really good cashier. Okay, well, you still can't talk to 14-year-olds the way you do.
And you're admitting it in the DMs knowing that they're underage.
No, I don't. I admit it in the DM because this is what I'm trying to tell you. You're seeing part of the conversation. Before that, the girl tells me she's almost 18, right? So I was kind of like,
Do you have that proof?
Huh?
Do you have that proof?
No, I deleted all my stuff because I'm in a serious relationship with my girlfriend. I am apologetic, and I will give.
He sounds so fucking dumb. He sounds inebriated, like he's on a substance or something.
He said that she's not underage, but then he goes on to say, right before she told me that she was almost 18, so she is underage. Even in his own like defense,
I know he keeps saying almost 18, almost 18. This isn't fucking Pornhub. You can't just keep saying barely legal. As a defense, that's not a defense.
It doesn't matter. You're 27. Maybe
it doesn't
risk
fucking
it
matter.
With fucking jail bait.
I will give a really good apology, but this is why I feel like somewhat of a victim and some.
I will give her a what? Wait.
I feel like somewhat of a victim and will give a really good apology, but this is why I feel like somewhat of a victim and somewhat like they trap. Like these kids come on here trying to trap celebrities because.
He's literally saying that he was victimized by a kid. Oh my god. He's criminally stupid.
This is where, like, if you had an attorney, he would pull the fucking plug on your router and then smack you across the head. Why would you use the word kids as the... By the way, I'm getting framed by 14-year-olds. Are you...
Yeah. Told me 17, but then they're gonna cut off that. They're gonna cut off that comment, that DM that said.
So they told you 17. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. You still told a 17-year-old that all this crazy shit.
Okay.
What?
He means well. The cum was nutritious for them, and it's when paired with shots, it's tasty. He means well, goddammit.
It has protein in it, I guess. I mean, it's good for her. Makes her bones grow.
Oh my God. I made the mistake of turning.
Why is he pretending to be the hero? Like he was the victim, and he means well, and he's shucks. Like, dude, the DMs are right there. You've admitted to them, and they talk about you coming in shot glasses and giving it to underage girls. Like.
Yes, I'm the victim. I got taken advantage of. Me. I'm so sorry, Keemstar. I don't want to bother you with my sexual assault that I suffered. at the hands of a 14-year-old girl.
To people on social media who were, girls who were down to give me attention. And now that I honestly see it for what it is, it's all nothing but a fucking trap. But,
it's a trap if they're underage, which appears a lot of these girls were.
The fucking size.
Yeah, that was true, but
not 18 are saying stuff like, will your parents care if you come over? Like, you literally invited this girl to come to your house to do all these sexual stuff with you. It's all in the conversation, and you know that she's not 18.
I mean, okay,
that's case closed.
I don't want to put this girl on blast because honestly, I understand.
You name dropped her. You obviously want to put her on blast.
Wait. Are they talking about the one that he fucked or he moved in with? Or
irrelevant. I mean, he's obviously okay with name dropping a minor.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure what the motive is for these people, but this girl was sending me sexual shit, telling me she would go to parties, hook up with people, she's had boyfriends, blah, 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 blah.
What does that have to do with anything?
You know what I'm saying?
Who cares?
And also the girls who are involved in this, and if any girl out here feels like, whether they were, taken advantage of or manipulated or anything, I just want everyone to know that definitely was not my motive at all by any means. I feel like social media is a very crazy world, dangerous world. Things are easy to get mixed up, and it's easy for
very dangerous.
Man, social media is so fucking dangerous.
Yeah, it is because of people like you.
Yeah, that's what Keemstar was doing.
Yeah, it's this girl's fault. She's the real pedophile. Yeah, I mean that's really the argument. Is I was abused, not the girl.
No. He's also another one of these stupid... Dude, there's been so many arguments from him, and they're all just the worst, absolute worst arguments I think I've ever seen in a case like this. He said that basically, this girl, because she told him that she was going out partying and stuff, and she's already slept with other dudes. It's fair game. Age, the age doesn't matter because she's already partying. That's what his defense was just a few clips ago. Crazy. He thinks that once they've been... I guess once they've had sex... then it's fair game
which
for
is
you.
Weird. Again,
That's
it's not
defense.
for you. Yeah, okay, teenager explores her sexuality. Not for you. A 27-year-old guy isn't supposed to be having sex with a 15-year-old.
The Twitter, I have a bunch of people get in contact with me saying that they have damaging DM conversations with you that are on Twitter that they can't get to because your account's deactivated. Are you ever going to make it active again?
See?
I don't know, man. To be completely honest, I just feel like... I feel like...
Yeah, that's not suspicious at all. He absolutely has way more incriminating stuff.
I don't want to make excuses and make myself look bad, but, sometimes when you're not that good looking and you're not that cool and you don't have that many, followers and you're not really popping for anything, people give you attention, and you just, it's nice to be getting attention from people, and I'm not saying that,
Have you ever watched How to Catch a Predator?
I mean...
he's right. This is all
this episode is making me like Keemstar, which is perhaps an unfortunate side effect. But just because they're getting attention, that's not a good thing necessarily.
Well, no, that's what his entire premise there was, I was in a rough spot. I wasn't feeling good about myself. So when they gave me attention, he's doing all the classics, right? He's trying to hit on every defense.
No, yeah, this is literally what To Catch a Predator predators do. They go, I showed up here to have sex with a 13-year-old, but she kind of asked me to. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If a 13-year-old is asking you to come over and fuck her, you don't do it.
Dude, this is what I have to say, man. Stuff like this happens to people all the time. Look at Tyga and Kylie whenever, Kylie was underage. Everyone's like, oh, he's waiting till he's, she's 18 to fuck her or whatever. They all knew that he was fucking her. There's so many people. This shit goes on all the time. I'm not making any kind of excuses, but me, more than me. I'm sure you could name a lot more than I can.
So he's moved on to the defense of everyone else is doing it, so I should be allowed to too.
That is so bad.
Other people have done it. I want to do it too. Yeah, that's the last clip.
Well, I mean, you know how it goes, Keemstar. A girl asks for you to fuck her, and she happens to be 13. What was I supposed to do? Again, what was I supposed to do? Excuse.
Ridiculous, but such a fucking funny interview. Holy shit, so good.
That is, yeah. I mean, Keemstar really got an easy one with that one.
But yeah, I cut out like maybe 20 minutes of him just rambling cyclically about like those defenses over and over again. Keemstar was getting very annoyed eventually and ended it because it was just going in circles. So yeah, according to Romeo, a combination of his innocent but well-meaning ignorance of social media at the time and the callous cruelty of manipulative 15-year-old girls led to this situation occurring, as we just saw. He would then, a few days after the interview dropped, he would delete all of his accounts and disappear to Mexico for a sudden holiday. And there's a picture here of him still with friends, which is surprising because, like, come on. How much of a leech do you have to still be friends with someone who just gave that kind of interview? Like, that's the kind of shit where all your friends should cut you off.
Yeah. I assume they were just not paying attention. But also, if, like, one of your friends is getting accused of being a pedophile, look into it. You know?
Yeah.
Google.
Investigate it a little bit.
Do some web search. Yeah. Go through the tweets.
So eventually things seemed to quiet down for Romeo, and he would make a slow return to the internet and start to post again on his social media and channel, with his crimes being mostly forgotten by and large by the masses. That was until, and yes, this continues, that was until a girl by the name of Mira, whose account on Twitter is now suspended, came forward on Keemstar's show with videos and evidence that Romeo had been contacting her while she was underage. She even went as far as providing video evidence of Romeo on a FaceTime call with her showing off his tattooed dick. And yeah, this is, so he was legitimately showing an underage girl his penis as well. This is like now CP territory. You've got screenshots below of Keemstar seeing Romeo's dick. It's censored. You can't see it, but yeah, I mean, it was
very
confirmed.
Big black bars.
Yeah,
Romeo
those black bars are his dick. Not only does he show the dick, but he, look, in the second picture, he also reverses the camera to show that it's actually him. He takes he shows his face, so all plausible deniability gone.
He looks like a dope too. And on the,
you know, he sighed extra hard when this came out. Just
oh yeah,
that's all he could give. Just a big old sigh.
That's when your dick
you've
would
done
hurt
it again
too.
Yeah. Quickly, other screenshots would arise of Romeo contacting minors and soliciting children for their Snapchat under the premise of exclusively talking to them, but needing it to be subtle so that they could not be caught. His previous girlfriend, Gigi, of 3 years, would also have old tweets surface from 2016, the same time as the previous crimes were occurring, stating that he slid into her DMs a mere 3 days before her 18th birthday. And then there's a tweet here from Gigi, a kawaii kitten, back in 2016, saying, throwback to when my boyfriend slid in my DMs 3 days before I turned 18. LMFAO. And then it's Romeo in the DM saying hello. So, bro.
Okay, are we reading these?
Consistent. Oh, there's more? Yeah. Oh, these are the messages from Mira, the girl that was, she was seeing his dick. So she goes, just got broken up with, sideways face.
Aw, why? What happened? Do you have Snap? Tell me on Snap. Romeo Lacoste.
Okay, I'll add you now.
What's yours?
And then she gives her Snap.
Mm-hmm. And then he sends a screenshot and he says, I was texting you here.
Then she says, this is it later on. So that's just proof of like him trying to get girls' snaps, basically. Yeah. She goes on to say, I called.
I'm busy working. Maybe another night. We have to be good.
I know. Okay, I told you wasn't going to tell anyone. This is what I mean when I say you're acting so bold one night and then you say you're paranoid the next.
It's hard for me to trust people. I trust you, but we have to be good for now. And then when you're 18, We don't have to hold back.
Haha. See, again, consistent behavior. Like clearly he knows they're underage. He can't use that as a defense that they're
always the haha at the end too.
He doesn't. He again in the Keemstar interview, he straight up admitted that he knew they were underage every single time. So this is all gross. It's just kind of confusing, Romeo. Like just a few hours ago, you didn't care about my age when you asked me to send you stuff. This isn't going to go anywhere. No one is going to know. Well, it went to Keemstar, so.
And he says, "Text me on Snap."
Yeah, because as we all know, Snapchat disappears messages. So he is being conniving. And then very shortly after the stream of new evidence arose and Keemstar published his interview with Mira, Romeo would have his legal team contact Keemstar with the intent of suing him for slander against his name.
So he has a legal team.
He admitted it.
Yeah.
True,
but
true.
If you have a legal team, why go on the fucking show in the first place? Did your legal team not tell you that it's a bad idea to go on Keemstar's drama alerts where he has a bucket of fucking popcorn next to him? And he's like, yeah, so tell me more. How did you abuse children?
Also, how is it slander and defamation if he straight up admitted to it? Like he admits it on the stream.
Well, it isn't. So I assume he lost this lawsuit.
Keemstar doubled down, thank God, and kept everything online, going so far as to encourage Romeo to continue. With the odds in the favor of Keemstar, Romeo doubled down as well and filed a federal court lawsuit against him with the $3.5 million price hinged on it, calculating that as the damages caused by Keemstar's comments on the issue. What a brave man, taking this to court where they could discover things through the, the process of discovery.
He is so fucking dumb.
I guess he thought since his account was deleted that all the incriminating stuff was gone. He also sought an injunctive release, a legal proceeding which restrains a party from doing certain acts or requires a party to act in a certain way. He effectively sought to silence Keemstar with legal power and prevent him from further outing more stuff. But Keemstar, luckily, did not back down from the fight. So here's a letter from the law officers as well. It's just a normal defamation kind of cease and desist letter. It says, "Dear Mr. Keem."
Yeah, dear Mr. Keem, stop making fun of me.
Our firm represents Nico Romeo Lacoste to protect his interests in this matter. It has come to our attention that you, Daniel Keemstar Keem, have posted on your network drama alert through platforms including but not limited to Twitter and YouTube, videos and posts targeting my client with the overt intention of making sure that Romeo's career is finished. The video, I mean, Romeo did it to himself, dude. He literally came on and said the shit that he said.
Of all the clips that we played, and I think we played literally 28 clips, Keemstar said what? Like 7 words?
Yeah.
It was all you. You made this happen. It wasn't Keemstar.
Yeah, you need to perform a cease and desist against your own client, I think, because he did all the damage. The videos share a slanted and carefully curated version of events that do not fully express the truth, but rather is designed to stir up drama irrespective of the truth and put the damage your video can cause. We respectfully demand that your network remove the videos and posts and that no similar postings of this misleading content be allowed on your network. The video's claims are slanderous, being skewed in a light designed to damage Mr. Lacoste's career and have already had a monetary impact upon his business. Oh, boohoo. Mr. Lacoste is a public figure and continued publication of these videos and posts will be considered malicious in nature, for which we will seek both compensatory and punitive damages. Oh, man.
Yeah, well, that didn't work out.
Yeah. So Keemstar, this went nowhere. On the 17th of February 2021, Keemstar would upload a TikTok video of himself crossing out Romeo Lacoste's name and filling in Keemstar. Eventually, Keemstar would get Romeo to pay his attorney funds and take his YouTube play button as compensation. Why does Keemstar do that so much? He was trying to get Boogie's play button as well. He's like the Thanos. He's like the Thanos of the YouTube universe. He's trying to collect them all.
Skulls.
Taking all yeah.
It's like Predator just collecting skulls of your fucking prey. And they make it so easy too.
We come to the end of this though. After this all occurred, Romeo still maintains activity online to this day. Most people have forgotten about all of this by now. really everyone has. I don't think anyone really thinks about Romeo in that way anymore, which is sad because it was so gross. He was targeting like 14, 15-year-olds. Come on. And he also admitted to it publicly. Like, I don't know how he sidestepped this. Yeah, you just got to sigh. That should have been Dr. Disrespect's response.
Oh,
you should
yeah.
have just sighed.
Just sighing.
Yeah, so he still receives income from clients at his tattoo parlor, ignorant or uncaring as to the previous crimes, and lives life seemingly free of repercussions. His account, I did notice his accounts may be botted due to the likes and comments being disproportionate. Like he has a lot of likes on his posts, but like barely any comments. So I feel like look at that Instagram post from 42 weeks ago. There were like 7 comments and then 85,000 likes. pretty sus.
He looks very different there too.
He looks fatter. That's about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a shame he's not being prosecuted for anything, but funny.
Criminally stupid. He's very stupid.
Criminally stupid, for sure.
I wish. So here's the thing. I think everyone that still works with him to this day, what are you doing? He's had a repeated history. He should have been punished way more. He shouldn't be working in this kind of public spotlight anymore. So tattoo, what is this? Like a magazine, a tattoo magazine? Come on. You're putting him on your front cover?
Yeah, I mean, if it was just he said, she said.
Yeah. Benefit of the doubt. He literally admitted to it. He admitted to it.
I would understand you sticking with your friends. That's fine. But yeah, he really did just go on Keemstar's show and admit it.
Yeah. Like how do you pass that? How do you make sense of him straight up admitting to it? Anyway, that's where we stand today. Sadly, he didn't really face any legal repercussions or even social. I mean, he lost money probably, but like really, he's still making money now.
Yeah, like 5,000 subscribers.
I wonder if people getting tattooed by him know that they've been tattooed by Romeo Lacoste, the guy. Like if they Google his name and this all comes up. Kind of wild.
Yeah, but I mean, isn't that normal? If you're Ariana Grande and you're like, oh, the guy who gave me my tattoo is a pedophile. Yeah, well, I mean, I sucked Harvey Weinstein's cock. It's fine.
Yeah, like most people in the industry. Most people in the industry are
yeah, they're probably
pedophiles.
Just used to it. Yeah, of course. I've met Epstein. He trafficked me for a while.
All right, so that's going to do it for Criminally Stupid. What do you think of that? What do you think of that one?
Very fun. Thank you. I it was very amusing to see him admit that he likes his ass licked and pretend that that's the issue. So
yeah. He was worried about being called gay. That was the entire like issue that he saw. Like, whoa, I'm not gay. No way. No, I swear.
Yeah. So thank you, Jackson, for putting together the document. Yeah, that's it.
I've got a team working on these documents as well. Like, it's not just me. So, big thanks to the people, like the editor that put on the show. Big thank you to the sponsor that signed up for this somehow.
Yes, thank you, Babbel, and
thank you,
we
Babbel.
are sorry. Also, so yeah, thank you and sorry.
Yeah. Please go check out Babbel. Maybe if the support that Babbel gets is big enough, they'll continue to sponsor the show, and that obviously makes the show easier to put on. Like it's easier to do a consistent show with sponsors. Absolutely. So thank you very much. Do you got anything else? Do you have anything else? Talking like Romeo Lacoste right now. He's infected my brain.
No, thank you, Babbel.
Yep. And thank you for listening to Criminally Stupid. Remember, we're on audio platforms as well, so you can check us out there. Patreon.com/theofficialpodcast for bonus content. Kai and I recently did a bonus episode over there that you can listen to, as well as you get ad-free content, as well as early access to episodes 3 or 4 days before they go live. In Criminally Stupid's case, it's about 2 weeks before it goes live, so you really do get pretty good early access with Criminally Stupid. Thank you very much. for listening. We really do appreciate it. Like the last 2 episodes of Criminally Stupid have done like fantastic, like really well. So thank you. Even better than the official podcast somehow. So really, really does mean a lot to us that you guys are showing up and supporting the show in that capacity. Yeah. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. We'll see you in the next one.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye-bye.